What's up, guys? Now I'm going to go over your preload tests. This is stuff that you should check on the bike before you even load it. The night before your big race or whatever you're going to do, this could save you so much time and hassle and heartache. Firstly, check your oil. If you ride a 4-stroke, you probably check your motor oil. You probably have a sight glass. It's going to be down here somewhere. Don't use that sight glass to measure your oil amount, guys. Come on. Just use that to make sure you have oil in it. Tip it over, make sure you can see oil. Start it up, warm it up, make sure you can see oil. If you have a 2-stroke, double check that you mixed your gas or that you grabbed the right gas can. It'll just save you a lot of problems. And for your transmission oil in your some of the older Hondas or your 2-strokes, if there's any doubt whatsoever, that stuff's cheap. Just drain it out and put new in. It'll save you a bunch of heartache. Chain is a big one that people don't check. You need to try to keep... The rule of thumb is about 3 fingers right here. I like to do 2.5 normally, but most manuals are going to tell you 3 fingers of slack right here. So many guys run these things too tight. It's crazy. Guys, when your swing arm, when your shock compresses and your swing arm comes up, you get more tension on your chain. So if your chain's too tight, a lot of times these guys have their chains so tight it won't even let their shock compress all the way, and you're just stretching and messing up your chain. Check for too much side-to-side wiggle. Check your sprocket teeth. I'm telling you, once they get too low, you can break them all off at one time, and that's when you get into real problems. So make sure you check your chain and sprockets, and even that steel front sprocket. Spokes are a huge one. People don't think about, especially a brand new bike. They'll gradually loosen up. You can pretty much just feel them. You can pretty much just feel them and feel if they're loose. Also, you can tap on them with a wrench or something, and you can listen to them and tell if they're loose or not. A lot of times, you just got to give them a quarter or a half turn, and they're good to go for a long time. Air filter, that's a no-brainer. Air filter is always a no-brainer. You can see that one right there. All MX guys know that needs to be changed basically every ride or every couple rides. And the coolant. So simple, yet could ruin everything. Right here, pop the cap. Don't ever pop it hot. Just make sure it's at the top, and it's that simple. Those are your preload specs. Stuff you should do the night before or the day before or whenever. Stuff that generally you don't want to wait till you're at the track unless you're in a well-stocked rig with plenty of time. So there you go, guys. Those are your preload checks. Got any questions? Just comment underneath. Please give me some likes, some subscribes, and I'll see you guys at the track.